welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. When our last video, we talked about the 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia and Stelvio. The configurator went live, so we were able to see all the different color options, wheel options, caliper options, and everything that has to do with the exterior packages. Now, today, we're talking about the interior packages for the Stelvio and Giulia Quadrifoglio. Now, to start, in US dollars, the base model Stelvio Quadrifoglio is $82,040 to start. The base model Giulia, $76,040 to start. Now this is before tax, this is before preparation, and this is before delivery. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the interiors of both cars. It's not a ton as far as the colorways or the trim levels. The Quadrifoglios are the most hardcore versions of the Giulia and Stelvio. So you're gonna get everything that you would get in the 2 liters, but with a little bit more style and flair. But as far as colorways and everything like that, there's not much. You're gonna see it here now. Now let's talk about the color options. Between the Stelvio and Giulia, there are very few changes between the interiors. So I'm only gonna use pictures for the Giulia Quadrifoglio interior as reference for this video. Now I'll let you guys know that there is a very small difference. The other packages, which I'll talk about later, but I'll talk more about that shortly. But let's talk about what we have for interior options. So standard, you're going to get black leather, Alcantara, and you're going to get gray stitching. That comes standard with the Giulia and Stelvio Quadrifoglio. All right, so the Alcantara comes standard. You also have carbon fiber that comes standard. You know that it's a Quadrifoglio model because of the carbon fiber. So you have the gloss carbon fiber along each door handle around the bezel. You have it in the center console as well, and you have it right above the glove box. All right, so your carbon fiber, that trim goes all throughout there. Now, another big thing you'll notice about the Quadrifoglio model, where on the steering wheel, you'll see the red start button, or the start-stop button, shall we say. So you'll see that on the Quadrifoglio models for each car. Now, as for your infotainment, standard comes the 8.8-inch AM/FM HD radio with navigation. That is standard in all Alfa Romeos for 2020. So keep that in mind. There's no 6.5 anymore. To utilize this full touchscreen that is new for the infotainment system for 2020, 8.8 inches all the way. Now, the Quadrifoglio carbon fiber steering wheel. I did a full video on this thing. It looks so sick. But the only thing that you'll see change is right there in the center, underneath the airbag, underneath the Alfa Romeo insignia, you'll see the big carbon fiber slab down the middle. $400. I mean, you guys decide on if it's worth it. I think it is. It looks so cool. Wrapped in that aluminum and with the Quadrifoglio symbol right in the center. That clover leaf just stands out. It's a beautiful looking thing. This flat bottom steering wheel is probably one of the best looking in the game. Alfa Romeo really stepped up their game for 2020, and the steering wheel is that's the punctual part of the car. That feels like that's the heart of the car when you're inside of it. You're looking at that all the time. Your hands are on that all of the time. That controls the vehicle. That's really the heart and center. This looks outstanding. Now, new for 2020, you can also add a wireless charging pad. That is going to be an extra $200. So no, that does not come with it regardless, all right? So $200, you can charge your phone by just setting it inside of that pad. Is right behind the dial there. You'll see it at the very back of the picture here. Right behind the dial there in the center, you'll see the charging pad to set your phone. There you are. Charging your phone hands-free. I can tell you guys that I have it for my car. It is phenomenal. Something you didn't think you needed. I mean, it's convenient, guys. It's convenient, worth the $200 in my opinion. But as far as the rest of the interior, you've seen it before. We've talked about it before, looking at the 2020 models, and we'll go on a deeper dive once I get my hands on one that comes to the dealership. But for right now, I just want to go over the actual options and what they'll cost for these cars. Now, we talked about the standard options, carbon fiber, all right, black seats, black surrounds, everything like that. And then we'll talk about the upgrades. Now, all right, so only for the Giulia Quadrifoglio can you get the red stitching with the full black leather. For the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, you can get the red stitching, but it has to be the red and black interior with the black seats and the red stitching. All right, so it has to be the red and black mix, or rosso and netto mix, with the red stitching black seats, everything like that. But for the Giulia, you can get the full black leather with the red stitching to go along with it. All right, so you do have that. This red stitching goes out through the steering wheel, the upper dash. You have it all throughout the doors, the seats, even on the floor mats. You'll see the red stitching going all the way around the mats. Okay, also the green stitching. So you can have the green and white stitching, same thing, going through the steering wheel, the dash, the doors, the floor mats, the seats. But for the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, well, you don't have the full black interior with the green and white stitching. To get the green and white stitching for the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, you need the black and ice interior, which is the black and white interior, and then you will get the green and white stitching. But for the Giulia, you can do the full black leather with the green and white stitching to go on the outside. Let's talk about the Giulia Quadrifoglio with the red and black interior, black and red interior with the red stitching. So you can have that for the Giulia as well, but just saying that you're missing some stitching options as far as the colorways for the Stelvio versus the Giulia. Now let's talk about the upgraded Sparco racing seats. Everything I just showed you was standard, but to get the upgraded racing seats, full carbon fiber back, no heated seats, no power seats, all right, they stripped it out, make it a full racing seat. You guys have to see them and sit on them. They're incredible. They are $3,500 to upgrade. So for that case, same with the Giulia before, full black, just keep it black with the gray stitching. You can also get full black Alcantara with the red stitching. You can get full black Alcantara with the green and white stitching. You can get the Rosso and black interior with the red stitching Alcantara and black racing seat. Or you can get the ice interior with the green and white stitching Alcantara and black Sparco carbon fiber racing seat. Full back is carbon, it's beautiful. I've seen it in person on the 2019 models and the 2018 models. This is just something to awe at, drool. I mean, oh, it looks so good. I love it. You guys have to see them. But again, they're not for everybody. So, you know, unless you're really going to be utilizing them the way you think you are, or just you really just like the look of them, $3,500 is a pretty steep price to add on for just having them just to say you have them. But hey, it's your money. You guys spend it how you want. Now let's talk about the rear seats. They're going to be the same regardless, depending on if you get the comfort seats or the Sparco racing seats. They're not going to change into carbon fiber bucket seats in the rear. But one thing you can add on is heated rear seat options. So if you guys live in a state, especially around this time of year, where it's a little frosty, make sure you add those rear heated seats for $350. Now guys, keep in mind that these are not all the options that come with the Stelvio and Giulia Quadrifolios. Again, since they are the Quadrifoglio models, they come standard with all the options that the Giulia and Stelvio 2.0 would normally have as additional equipment. So you get it standard in the Giulia Quadrifoglio and Stelvio Quadrifoglio, which we'll go over more once I have the sticker in front of me and I can show it to you, each option one by one. Now with that said, not anything too crazy for the interior. Obviously, the Quadrifoglio models are very limited to what kind of interior options you can have. Again, it'll come with everything like the aluminum pedals and the paddle shifters and carbon fiber, stuff like that, Harman Kardon sound system, all right off the bat. All right, but as far as colors, not much there. As far as trims, your trim is carbon fiber. It stays that way standard. Everything other than that is pretty 2019 besides the newly designed touchscreen technology and the button layouts as far as the center console and steering wheel. So between the exterior that we talked about yesterday and the interior today, you're going to notice a very similar look to Alfa Romeo's DNA for 2020, but this is not a full refresh, it's a mid-cycle refresh. So it's just enough that has changed, just enough that has improved in order to keep your attention, to keep innovative, and to give Alfa Romeo customers what they need to survive in the market today. So with that said, what do you guys think about the interior of the Giulia and Stelvio Quadrifoglio? Would you pay $3,500 for carbon fiber racing seats? Let me know about that option because, again, that is a big chunk of change. That is the biggest option we talked about today as far as the interior goes. So with that said, if you guys enjoyed the video today, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Giving it a thumbs up helps get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on the new interiors for the 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia and Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Now with that said, if you guys want to help support the channel, You can always check out the one-time donation through PayPal link down in the description. You can donate $1 or $2 or whatever you want to donate to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your donations. And if you guys want to help out even more, you can be a Patreon subscriber as well. Or you can just check out the Ron's Rise merch. Keep warm with a Ron's Rise coffee mug. Put some hot cocoa in there. Maybe a Ron's Rise hoodie. Check that out. Support your boy. Support the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Check it out. Grab some merch. Let me know what you guys think. And with that said, check out the social media too. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, everything that I'm posting that doesn't make it here to the YouTube channel goes on my social media. Now with that said, make sure you subscribe to Ron's Rise channel and click that notification bell so you get these videos straight to your inbox, because as soon as these Stelvio Quadrifolios and Giulia Quadrifolios hit the lot, I'm in them and they're right in you guys' faces. So make sure you guys stick around and we will see you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Be blessed. Peace.